But who are the other big names who have announced, and who are we waiting for as a potential probable announcement soon?
The only other two candidates are former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, who served as UN ambassador under Trump, and Vivek Ramaswamy. He is an investment firm manager and a former successful biotech executive. And potential other candidates obviously include Pence, as we spoke about, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who is not likely to announce until the conclusion of the Florida legislative session in May. And then there are some other candidates who have yet to really test their political standing on the national stage. And those include Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin, New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu, and then there's also former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, who also has a new book out, which is in political circles is widely referred to as a precursor to running for president. So I think that those two governors, Sununu and Youngkin, are people who could emerge later in the cycle is real viable contenders, but we just don't know that yet. And the other person I want to mention is South Carolina Senator Tim Scott, who has embarked on what is being referred to as a listening tour, where he's testing his political messaging strategy in many states. But definitely right now, the top three contenders, according to the polls, are Trump and DeSantis, which with the more than 75% of votes combined, followed by Pence.
DeSantis and Pence haven't announced yet. DeSantis is way ahead of Pence in polls that I've seen too. Pence is third, but DeSantis is at some points neck and neck to Trump, but always number two to Trump. So what about the Florida governor is appealing to so many GOP voters?
I mean, I think that he is an interesting alternative to Trump. And, this is the message that he has really promoted as he's hit the campaign trail a bit harder in recent weeks, is that Florida really was a haven for people who were looking to escape pandemic restrictions in other states. So I think that is an appealing messaging strategy, and he's very popular in Florida. He was the first Republican gubernatorial candidate to win an election with the support of Miami-Dade County since Jeb Bush. But I think on the national stage, a lot of people have not really gotten to know him on a more intimate level quite yet. So it'll be interesting to see how voters react to him, and how he is going to play these increasing attacks from Trump, which he's largely shied away from any counter efforts against those.